Hi, my name is Cody D'Arkland, and I'm going to take you on a tour of peering VPCs to the HashiCorp Virtual Network. In our previous video, we did an overview of HCP. If we go in and take a look at our HashiCorp Virtual Network, we can see I have no connections peered. Peering VPCs to HCP is a quick way to get connectivity to the resources you've deployed within HCP. In this case, the resources are console clusters and vault clusters. And ultimately, if you deploy something like an EKS cluster into your own VPC in AWS, you'll need to peer that VPC to the HVN in order to establish connectivity. Let's head over to the peering connection screen and select Create a Peering Connection. Here, we're prompted for some information from our AWS account in order to peer our connection. We'll jump into AWS and we'll grab these details out. Here I have my account number. I'll grab my VPC ID. I've selected US West 2, and if I go into VPC and select my VPCs, I can grab my VPC that I'll be using here. In this case, I'm going to use this HCP demo cluster. Grab our VPC ID, paste that in. My VPC is in US West 2, and we'll grab the subnet range. As I mentioned in the original video, we'll want to make sure that our subnet range does not overlap with the HVN. In this case, HCP tells us that our subnet range is 172.25.16.0/20. Since I'm using just the default EKS one of 192.168.00/16, we're fine. We'll create our connection and we'll notice that we're getting a status that the peering connection has started. We'll wait a few moments and then we'll check this inside of AWS. Since our peering connection has switched to pending acceptance, we'll switch into AWS and go down to peering connections. See that we're pending acceptance on our connection now. If I right click and select our accept peering, we can see the details for this peering connection. We'll accept and we'll select close. We'll switch back into HCP, and if we drop into that peering connection, our connection's now active. And if we scroll down, we can see a couple of helpful code snippets that'll help us set up our security groups and our route tables. I'm going to switch over to another screen and make those changes now. Place the security group that needs to be updated as well as the routing table that needed to be updated in here, and you'll note that the commands were updated with those appropriate groups. I've used the copy command to drop those into the AWS CLI on my terminal window and executed the commands, and this has updated the security group as well as the routing table with the necessary connectivity information for HCP. If we take a look at our peering connections now, we can see this one is fully active, and I know that within my AWS account, I've configured it for connectivity. We see this process being completed multiple times as you bring additional VPCs into the HCP environment, so you should get comfortable making these changes. We'll be adding additional capabilities to make connectivity much easier using some of the AWS native constructs. In my next video, I'll take you through adding an EKS cluster to HCP and show how you can start to consume console as a service managed in AWS. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll show you more next time.